lovers, it is itsgswizz here, and I am here today to show you like a bunch of cover buys. If you guys have no idea, this is the 9th day of the Strike Back Videothon. Again, if you have no idea what that is, all the announcement videos are down in the description if you have not been joining me. So I was expecting, you know, to pick up around like under 10 cover buys, but I have 20 here. Yeah, I'm gonna get started. First of all, I'm gonna talk about the Wrath and the Dawn duology. Now, I'm one of the only people that wasn't actually a big fan of the original covers. Like, I thought they were okay, but I wouldn't buy it for its cover at all. Like, it's not something that I would personally buy because I think the cover's stunning. Because I think that the cover was, like, okay, it wasn't the best, but it was still okay. And then when they announced that the paperbacks were gonna have cover changes, I was so excited because these covers look so amazing, and I still haven't read the series. I bought it because of the covers. And I have to hype myself up for reading the series because, like, I'm not motivated to read it, I'm just motivated to stare at its pretty covers. But yes, there are a lot of people that keep on saying, stop what you're doing, read the series. I'm like, okay, I'll get to it. Eventually. Another book that I bought because of a cover was Magonia by Maria Devota Headley. Now, I remember when everybody got this in their owl crates, I was severely jealous. Guys, I wanted this book so bad because of its cover, and I still haven't read it. And here's the sequel cover. The sequel cover is also pretty, but not as pretty as this. I think it's because of the feather on the cover and how it like transitions into birds, and I love it so much. And I also love how shimmery these covers are. Yes, this was 100% a cover buy. The next cover I have to show you is Charisma by Deanne Ryan. Now, the cover was very striking to me, and then I realized that she's the author of Nerve, and I did kind of enjoy Nerve, and this is pretty much Nerve, but it's about drugs and not a game. And in all honesty, I picked this up because I thought to myself it looked great next to Nerve on my shelf. I'm so bad. The next cover I have to show you is Zero Repeat Forever by G.S. Brendergast. Actually, I picked these up for similar reasons. They actually sit next to each other on the shelf. It's because of their neon-y font. I love neons on covers, people. And if you look at this kind of looks like the Fifth Wave in a way, but it has neon, bright, and colorful colors. And to justify me buying this, I did read the synopsis, and it did say that it was a Beauty and the Beast retelling, but in a post-apocalyptic setting. I was like, brah. Sign me up, I'm in. The next series that I purchased because of its covers and because the first movie is gonna come out very soon is the Annihilation trilogy. Actually, the Area of X trilogy. No, the Southern Reach trilogy. There are too many titles for this trilogy. Now look at that first cover. That first cover looks really cool. I mean, it doesn't actually say the title. So like, I didn't even know that this was the Annihilation trilogy that everyone was talking about when the trailer came out. And for some reason, the US covers of this series really do gross me out. And I don't know why. But then again, this series, I don't know. Is it meant to gross you out? Apparently it's a sci-fi, but it's pretty creepy as well. So like, I was very skeptical buying this series, but then when I saw these covers, I'm like, I need to grab it. So this is Annihilation. The second one is Authority, and I really love this cover. My goodness, I think this one is my favorite. And then there's Acceptance. All three of them look very nice. I kind of wish that the spines had more color, but nevertheless, I'm happy that the covers do. The next book that I purchased solely based on the cover. Duh, it's a cover buy. And that is The Secret Science of Magic by Melissa Keel. I read The Incredible Adventures of Cinnamon Girl after I read this book, and I kind of wish that I read it before, so it helped me decide whether I wanted this book or not. I'm pretty interested to give this book a try still, but if it's anything like The Incredible Adventures of Cinnamon Girl, then I'm gonna be worried. Either way, the cover looks so stunning. The next book that I purchased because of its cover was The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. Now this edition looks completely different from any other edition out there. And I love this edition because when you look at it in person, you can see that there's kind of like a neon blue in the background, and it looks like a 3D edition. And I think these are known as the Vintage Magic editions. Each of the Vintage Magic editions make up a picture on here, and so on the back I have one part of the Vintage Magic edition. And this one kind of looks like a mass market paperback, but it's not too bad. And I still haven't read The Night Circus yet. Need to get onto that because ever since I started watching BookTube, I told myself I was gonna read this book, and look where we are. It's 2018. I still haven't read The Night Circus. The next book that was a cover buy is A Shadow Bright and Burning by Jessica Cluess. Now the problem with this is that I don't even know if they're publishing the second book in Australia. I keep on going to the publisher website to see if they're publishing the second book so that I can kind of like binge read this one so I can read the second book. I don't know if they're publishing it in Australia, or even worse, I don't even know if they're publishing it in this edition and I have to get like a US hardback or something. But anyway, before I panic even more, I bought this cover because of how beautiful it looks. Yeah, that's all I have to say about it. Next book I solely bought because of its cover was Wing Jones by Catherine Weber. First of all, that spine looks pretty. In the UK, they have matching sprayed pages with the spine, which is crazy. I really want that edition so bad, but I need to read this book first before I can justify buying that. But I also really love this cover because it's very symbolic of the story, because apparently the story has to do with a girl that loves to run. I'm guessing her name is Wing Jones. I love the color of her shoelaces and the shoe and how it kind of goes and makes the title. The next book I have on this list is Where Things Come Back by John Corey Whaley. I only have two reasons for why I purchased this book. Because Jessie the reader loves it and recommended it, and because it has a beautiful cover. I know nothing about it. I've had this book on my shelf for 3 years. Maybe it's always overlooked because it's a very thin book. Maybe it's because of that. But then again, the color's very striking. Why do I always miss it? I don't know. The next book I have to show you is The Doll Maker of Procro by R.M. Romero. I love the cover because look at that. It's very sparkly, then there's flowers, and then there's a doll, and then there's a snowy city, and it's beautiful. And trust me guys, I don't usually buy historical fiction, but this was an alternate historical fiction. It looked amazing. Oh my goodness, inside there's like page liners up here. It's amazing. The next book cover I'm going to show you guys is a book cover that a lot of people don't like, but I seem to love, and that is Dare Mighty Things by Heather Kakzing. I don't even know how to pronounce her name, I'm sorry. I love this cover so much because it kind of looks like a superhero type of comic-y design, and I don't know why. I'm very intrigued in those designs. I know why, because I'm obsessed with superheroes, duh. The next cover I have to show you here is Finding Audrey by Sophie Kinsella. Unlike majority of the books on this list, I've read this one. I loved this one. I actually bought this, and as soon as I bought it, I read it. That's right guys, I read it in one sitting, and it was glorious. The next cover I have to show you is a cover that I showed you guys the other day, and that is Daughter of Deep Silence by Carrie Ryan. Again, it's the hair and the colors. It's just beautiful. The next cover by is Autobiography by Christina Lauren. This one was getting a lot of buzz in the book community lately, and since I've purchased it, I've heard the synopsis, and the synopsis does sound very intriguing to me, but like, this is beautiful. I mean, it's very simplistic, drawn-out art, but it's still so beautiful. I mean, it's the sunset. I mean, I'm never usually a fan of sunsets. Everybody keeps on raving about sunsets, and then there's me. I'm just like, what's the hype of looking at sunsets? But like, this is the type of sunset that I like looking at because it's purple and then it goes into this beautiful color. It's so pretty. The second last book I'm going to show you today will be The Love That Split the World by Emily Henry. Oh boy. Yep, I dropped books. Yes, I'm aware that this book contains insta-love, but apparently it's also very scientific, and I bought this for $10 when it was worth $30 originally. So I say that that's a bargain. And finally, the cover buy of all cover buys, A Thousand Nights by E.K. Johnston. I've had this book on my shelf for 3 years. For good reason. I mean, look at that. Look at that. And that's not the only perk. The pages. Look at the pages. But the sad thing about it is that I have not yet read it, and I need to. And finally, I leave you with a shout out. And today, I'll be shouting out Kelsey at the Hardback Haven. Kelsey is one of the sweetest people I know. Every single time I watch her channel, I swear, her happiness is contagious. I feel so happy every single time I finish watching one of her videos. And I'm not gonna lie, ever since the terms and conditions have changed, one of the first people I thought about that I was hoping that it wasn't gonna affect was her. Because she's just one of those people that keep on building other booktubers up, and I so appreciate her for that. And she deserves all the love and support that she can get. So guys, I highly encourage that you check her out, subscribe, and give her watch time. I think that she's absolutely amazing, and trust me, her channel is worth checking out. You'd love her videos. So I guess that's gonna be it for this video today, book lovers. Once again, if you want to support me with my watch time hours, all my playlists are in the description. And I also have social medias. I'm at itsgswizzelbooks on Twitter and Instagram, and I'm also at Goodreads. That's www.goodreads.com/itswizzle. I love you, book lovers, and I will see you later. Peace.